Due to the movement restrictions and school closure to curb the spread of the pandemic, there is an increasing trend towards teaching online as it's the only option left to continue the learning process. Teachers and students need to embrace the online teaching learning process and are no longer using the traditional method face-to-face but are forced to shift from classroom to virtual classrooms using online platforms such as Zoom, Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, WhatsApp and also sometimes Telegram. There have been many studies on online teaching during pandemic for university students, such as listed here. And these studies mostly show the readiness of academicians and students in adopting the digital teaching and learning experience. According to this author Raj Hans et al., academicians feel that the online learning is easy and flexible as the class can be delivered during lockdown and learning process can be conducted everywhere. Another study also highlights the positive impact of online teaching by stating that lecturers also have the flexibility to manage and schedule the online class to complete the syllabus. And all this positive feedback is because most of the students and academicians in universities are already exposed with the technology and they are in an easy transition for them. However, it may not be the same for school teachers and school children. Online learning is not a norm for them, especially here in Malaysia, and to suddenly embrace digital experience may cause some backlash. And this unique circumstances was presented by a paper by Saxena in 2020. Online learning can be defined as using the internet to access learning materials, to interact with the content, instructor and other learners, and to obtain support during the learning process in order to acquire knowledge. As students and teachers are in lockdown during this pandemic, online learning is the most suitable method to continue the learning process because of its flexibility of access regardless of time and place, as well as the remote learning comfort of accessing it from home. And there have been many studies that have stated that online learning is effective and can be applied in education. So these studies have proven that online learning can assist students in considering ways to use self-regulation strategies that are personal, behavioral, and environmental to them. Strengths of online learning include such as time flexibility, location flexibility, catering to wide audience, wide availability of courses and content, and also immediate feedback. However, there are many challenges of online learning that has been studied by previous related work. One of them is infrastructure. Infrastructure for both teachers and students. Students who live in the rural areas or from poor families do not have the resources such as laptop or stable internet connection to join online classes. And sometimes most of the students, they are not ready to adapt to online learning and they lack of motivation during the online learning session, especially if it is gone for quite some time. And most students preferred face-to-face learning compared to online learning, and teachers are not able to provide personal attention to students during online learning. Immediate feedback is not possible, which caused the lack of motivation for both teachers and also students. Level of stress also increased among students because anxiety of losing marks due to inability to submit assignments, maybe because of limited internet coverage. On the other hand, the teachers also face the challenge to develop content that covers the curriculum as well as to make sure that it can engage the students. The swift transition to online learning makes steep learning curve to teachers as they had to quickly adapt to the new technology and tools. Interestingly, despite having a variety of digital modes of teaching and learning, almost all the teachers and students both were using WhatsApp, Telegram, and email for educational interactions. This was stated in a study by Mishra, Gupta and Shri in 2020. In many cases, teachers do not possess knowledge about online pedagogies or how to support learning online, as it is not included in many teacher training programs. Therefore, many school teachers have limited knowledge of and experience with online learning and teaching. The next part of my presentation will talk about the data and methods. This study is intended to be a pilot study to explore the factors of the online teaching for students and teachers in Malaysia. Future work will apply suitable model to be adopted for a more comprehensive study. In this pilot study, we presented questionnaire that was prepared to a smaller percentage of the total sample population as convenient sample. The sample of the pilot study in this paper included 81 teachers from all over Malaysia, and there are 71 female and 10 male respondents. So we distributed the questionnaire on Google Form to primary and secondary school teachers all over Malaysia. The form was open from 19 to 26 January 2021, which is a day before the school reopens for 2021 academic year and the second time of lockdown in Malaysia. So basically the response or the answers from this questionnaire is based on the teachers' experience during the first time lockdown in Malaysia. Okay, so here is the demographic of the teachers. So most of the respondents are female, which covers 87.7% of the respondents, which is about 71 of them, and only 10 male teachers that answered the questionnaire. Okay, in terms of age, there are about most of them are from the age bracket of 36 to 45 years old, which covers 42%, and the lowest age category is the one more than 55 years old. In terms of qualification, 82.7% of the teachers has a degree, and then about 60% has a master's, and just a small percentage of 1.2% having a diploma. In terms of the teaching experience, most of them have quite a good teaching experience with 15 to 20 years, covering 24.7%, followed by those more than 25 years, 22.2%. In this study, we studied the descriptive statistics of the respondents, which you can see from the previous slide on the demographic analysis of the respondents, and then we calculate the mean comparison between some of the factors that we use. The first one is we compared the mean comparison between each category of respondent. So you can see here we compare them in terms of effectiveness, school helpfulness, whether the school is helping them or not during this pandemic time, their level of stress, how they feel that they can manage their time properly, their enjoyment, whether they do enjoy the online classes, their motivation, whether they are motivated to conduct the online classes, and also whether they can complete the syllabus. So in this analysis of mean comparison between age category of respondents, we have the list of different age categories on this on the left hand side. So the teachers in age category between 36 and 50 years old have the highest stress level in conducting online classes compared to teachers in other categories. As for time management, enjoyment, motivation, and syllabus completion, it is clear that teachers in all age categories share the same mean, except for teachers who are more than 55 years old. The next analysis is on the mean comparison between qualification category of respondents. We still use the same factor here on the top here on the row, and then we compare with the factor whether the qualification of the teachers, whether they have a degree, master's, or diploma. So the results show that all qualifications share the same mean in effectiveness, time management, and syllabus completion in conducting online classes. Diploma holder teachers receive higher school helpfulness compared to bachelor's degree and master's degree teacher. So the diploma holder teacher feel that the school is very helpful to them during the time of this pandemic. In terms of level of stress, bachelor's degree teachers have higher level of stress compared to master's degree and diploma holder teachers. In table 4, we do a mean comparison between the teaching experience category of respondent. Results show that all teaching experience category shares the same mean of effectiveness, time management, motivation and syllabus completion. Teachers between 11 to 20 years of experience have higher stress level compared to other teachers, while teachers with between 11 to 15 years of teaching experience and less enjoy online learning compared to other teachers. The next one is the mean comparison between the time spent by the respondents when they are conducting online classes. From the results obtained, we can conclude that whether how much time spent each day for teachers to conduct online classes, the effectiveness, time management, motivation and syllabus completion are the same. Teachers who spend between 3 to 5 hours and between 5 to 7 hours for online classes receive more help from their school, but also have higher stress level compared to teachers who spent less than 3 hours or more than 7 hours. The results also show that the teachers who spend less than 3 hours for online learning enjoys less compared to teachers who spend more than 3 hours. And finally, we show you a table of the different platforms that the teachers use to conduct online classes. Majority of the teachers prefers to use Google Meet to conduct online teaching, which is followed by WhatsApp with 41.8% and 31.6% respectively. The least online platform that is used by teachers is YouTube with only 1.3%. For your information, the teachers in Malaysia, mostly the government school teachers, they have to use Google Meet, which was required by the Ministry of Education. In conclusion, the COVID-19 pandemic has caused change on our normalcy in life and everyone in the world is affected. Education is erupted and forced to switch to online learning in universities and in schools. Many teachers and students are not prepared with the new norm in online learning. This study is intended to investigate the readiness among teachers in Malaysia in conducting online classes. As there have been many studies focusing on students, particularly in the universities, this study is significant as it is important to understand the struggles among the teachers in delivering the online classes effectively in Malaysia. The findings of the research can be invaluable input to the Education Ministry as well as to the school on the factors that affect the effectiveness of the online teaching for teachers. By understanding the challenges that teachers face and take necessary actions to overcome these obstructions, teachers will be more motivated to deliver an engaging online class that will attract the students' attention and achieve the goal of imparting the knowledge to the students. Thank you very much for your time and thank you.